I'm sitting here in a parking lot enjoying coffee and thinking, what an unorthodox video this is going to be. But it's a prelude of sorts to an upcoming video series that I am currently working on for a trip I took to Acadia National Park in Maine. But this video is going to cover those first 2 days, which were actually spent in New Hampshire. I ended up finding a way to book a campground for 2 nights in Bear Brook State Park, which is just a gorgeous area in New Hampshire. I want to cover the backstory, some of the ups and downs, more on that later, especially the downs. As much as I enjoyed the camping, I had a run of bad luck. Let's see. Well, my solar panel attacked me. The mosquitoes were just ferocious. I ended up pulling my back. I got caught in a torrential downpour on my bike 2 miles from camp while trying to do photography. It's kind of funny now, now that it's said and done, and I'm still vertical, but during those times I was quite miserable. So yeah, that's it. Enjoy. So I just stopped for gas here in Massachusetts. I got myself a coffee. I'm gonna go ahead and check all my connections and my trailer, just make sure everything is up to safety, make sure my bike isn't dangling. Anyway, enough of that, time to hit the road and get going. Out. Deciding how much of camp I really want to set up. I'm going to be here for tonight, I'll be here for tomorrow night, but all day tomorrow I'll be in a training class for some drone stuff, and then I'll be staying tomorrow night and then leaving Thursday morning to head up to Acadia. I don't know, I think I'm just going to sort of keep things the way they are. This is peaceful, very calm, very tranquil and very peaceful. I am enjoying the moments. I am going to try and take a ride on my bike. There's a little marsh area right out here that I'd like to look at. This is the largest state park in New Hampshire. It's huge, thousands of acres. So there's no way I'm going to get a chance to really explore a lot of this with my schedule. So I think sunset is like 8:11 tonight, and about 7 now, so I'm going to run out of light quick. So I'm going to go take a ride, maybe light a fire when I get back, and maybe just relax inside the cabin. Mosquitoes are awful. So basically I had a training class in New Hampshire that was rescheduled only 2 days before my Acadia trip. So I booked this campground so that I wouldn't have to return home. After the class tomorrow, I'll only have half the distance to reach Acadia, some 4.5 hours rather than 7+. So this is Beaver Pond. I'm going to ride around this side and see if I can get any lookout points. But definitely pretty. With little time before sunrise, I didn't get far, but I did continue exploring the general area while looking for any photography opportunities that I can find. I came up short, and eventually found myself retiring to my cabin for an early night and some needed rest. Well, good morning, everyone. I am on my way to a training class for a new tethered drone that we are getting at work. This is a very, very large drone that can handle a payload. So that's about my day. I'm not sure if I'll just relax and head up to Acadia for tomorrow morning. Well, I got back from drone training, which was really pretty cool. So there are 2 bridges that cross over at Bear Brook when entering Beaver Pond campgrounds. Both have caught my eye. And because I don't have any time to scout, At least one of those stops deserves a visit, and they keep drawing me in. I'm looking for places. I want to get at least one photograph before I head north to Acadia. And with nothing else pressing on my schedule, now is a great time to explore those stops. The sun was in and out of fast-moving clouds, which should help diffuse the light for a forest scene like this. But as I reached my first bridge some 10 minutes later, the light was gone. At this point, I could only hope for more of the same, and that the sun would show its countenance through the overcast sky. But, as I would soon discover, the clouds were becoming angry. This spot had stimulated visual imagery, so with only today left to shoot this scene, and possibly tomorrow morning before leaving for Acadia, I decided to stay and shoot. Wow. I think I missed my opportunity. Just out of nowhere, there's this massive wind. And I didn't check the forecast, but if I had to guess, that's an incoming front. I mean, I lost all light. This was one of the brook spots I wanted to shoot. This was my second choice. The other one's another 1.5 miles down the road. I think the rain's coming. I got a long way back. This sucks. This would have been such a nice shot. Look at this. I don't see any light coming back. It was so nice. Dappled, diffused light coming right in. Side lit would have been such a beautiful. Here comes the rain. All right, well, so much for that. I gotta head back. I'm gonna get drenched. Well, I figured if I'm gonna get wet, I might as well still get my shot. Actually, not too bad with the rain coming down, but I did do a longer exposure. Kind of feels kind of good, actually. But I got a long way uphill back to camp. At least I'll cool down. Here's the shot. Looks like I got skunked again. I made it back to camp. I'm hanging out. I got drenched. Oh, I hope you liked that last image. The bike ride back was uphill and it was just, well, it was fun. It was fun. It was refreshing. Let's put it that way. Very refreshing. My clothes are drying, hanging up here. I'm gonna work on some videos, relax, and enjoy the breeze coming through, enjoy this weather best I can, and just be positive. Out. Good morning. It is a beautiful morning and it's not raining, so that is, that's a plus. I am breaking down to head north up to Maine. I got about another 4 hours and 40 minutes in front of me. I did enjoy the morning. Made some coffee, just breaking down now. But I am immensely enjoying this morning. And at one point I found myself rushing. I hurt my back trying to work the trailer and everything else I'm doing, and I just stopped and took a moment and just realized that I'm always rushing. I'm always eager to just get the tasks done so I can move on to the things that are more important. and failing to realize that the tasks are part of the journey, and it's part of the enjoyment, and it's part of the process. I just need to slow down and enjoy some of that stuff more. This morning would have been a beautiful morning to go out shooting, but again, I am going to be heading north. I may stop down the road and try that brook again, but yeah, aside from that, I should be on the road in the next half hour. Looking forward to Acadia this time around, hoping to get weather like this. Fingers crossed. Right, so on the way out, I did stop again at this little brook section that I shot yesterday. I'm going to shoot this again, and I'll share if I get anything good. Let's see. So my back was still in pain, but it felt good to walk for some reason. I also cracked open my head folding my solar panel this morning. It's a suitcase style panel, and while collapsing it upright on the table, the center folded in on me. And it didn't take long before blood ran down my face. And while at the time I was too embarrassed to video it, rest assured there is a Band-Aid under my cap. Now, I'm not a clumsy person by no means, but man was I having a morning. And I was glad the sun was out. But that's not the only thing that was out this morning, as I would soon discover. God, the mosquitoes are just ferocious. There's a cloud of mosquitoes around me. Alright, so I had to keep moving my tripod. The section of the bridge here, the wood plank, just kept getting in the way of my composition. So I just sort of straggled my tripod off to this rock section here. Had to move some of the greenery in front. I had thought about using this as a foreground element, but I really wanted the rocks here as my foreground. So I had to move some of them off to the side to get them out of the way, and now I'm finding I need a polarizer. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on, and then make an image. So I think the mosquitoes told their cousins and their brothers and their sisters that I'm here, because this is just unbearable. I can't even concentrate and focus anymore. It was seriously putting a damper on my shoot, and I couldn't focus. Pun intended. Alright, all packed up, hitting the road, heading north, 4.5 hours to Acadia. Let's go.